Welcome back. In the last tutorials, we've been talking and doing much of the theories, but in these tutorials, we'll start the practical properly. So before we start, I would like to explain what a cell is. What I mean, a cell is a meeting point between rows and columns. So like we said, we have these are the columns, the one labeled A, B, C, D. They are all what columns, and the one labeled 1, 2, 3 till blah, they are all what rows. So when we have the meeting point, like we have row D, so we have column D, and we have row 1, so it becomes what a cell. So basically each of these boxes here, each of these boxes are what individual cell. So how do you name a particular cell? How do you know the name of a particular cell? Because the name is going to be used for calculation. So how do you name it? So it's very simple here. How you name a particular cell is simply you take the name of the column first, then you take the name of the row. For example, if you want to name this cell here, this one, what you need to do is simply you take the name of this column, take the name of the column, which is M, then you take the letter or the number here, which is what 10. So automatically the name of this cell is M10, as you can see it displayed here. So the name of this column is what M10. The reason is because I take the name of the column, which is M, then also join it with the number or the name of the row, which is what 10. So it becomes M10. So that's how you name a cell. Now what if you want to name a group of cells, like you have a group of cells like this, or multiple cells, and you want to name it? So they are called what? Ranges. Group of cells simply means multiple cells, otherwise called what? Range. Cells can be serially lined up, called what? Adjacent cells, while cells with space in between are called non-adjacent cells. So what I mean is, if you have something like this, just serially lined up, they are called what? Adjacent cells. While if you have something like this, select this one, uh, select this one, select this one like this, I'm leaving some space, they are called non-adjacent cells. So anyways, that is how you name group of cells, adjacent and non-adjacent. So we have other things like arithmetical operations that are accepted in Excel. Like we have some arithmetical operators that are accepted. So I'm just going to be fast here. So like I mentioned earlier, these are the acceptable arithmetic operators. Asterisk is used for multiplication, and the rest of this one remains the same. So that is it for arithmetic operators. So how do I edit data in Microsoft Excel? For example, if I've already typed percentage here and I made a mistake, maybe I typed something out of percentage, maybe I type something that is not percentage and I want to edit it. How do I do that? So it's very simple. What you need to do is just double click on it, double click on that particular cell, or click on a cell, then go to this formula bar here and click on it. So once you click, then you can edit it, and you press your enter key and you see the changes. So that is how you edit in Excel, or that is how you update your data. So how do I write a formula? How do I calculate? How do I? So if you want to calculate, use the equal to sign. For example, you want to calculate 1 plus 1, which is 2 plus, let me say 2 plus 2 equals to 4. So anytime you want to type anything, calculation, anything, addition, like you want to impute formulas, you enter what equals to. So it's a very important concept in Excel. So anytime you want to do anything like calculation, you start it with what? Equals to. So in this tutorial, like I said, we're going to do our first practical example to see how Excel works. So let me start by what we are going to do is this. So I just created a sample document that I will be using in this tutorial for our first practical. So I want you to do something like this in your own, even as you're watching. So the steps I used to achieve this is simple. I selected from cell A1 to cell I1, just like selecting from cell J to R1, just like this. So you start from A1, which is the first one, down to I1. Then after selection, you click on merge and center. Like I said in other tutorials, I will always come back to this place. So when you finish your selection, you go to merge and center. Alright, so what is merge and center? Now merge is simply a process of joining two or more cells to become one. So if I select a range of cells like this and click on merge, then I have joined those cells to be what? One. Just like now it's becoming one cell, which is what? L3. L3. So all those ranges of cells are now one. So that is what merging means. So what the heck is merge and center? Merge and center is simply when you select a particular or a range of cells like this and you merge and center it, once you start typing or once you type something into the cell, it's going to appear at the center. So automatically it centralizes the data for you. So that is what merge and center means, as you can see here. So that is how I achieve this one here. So the next thing is I type my serial number at cell A2. So just like we are using J2, so we just come here, type serial number. So do the same for student name, move to the next cell, type student name, move to the next one, type English, and so on and so forth. So when you're done, then you alert me and let's continue our tutorials. Alright, I'm assuming you're done. So fill the whole of this fill the whole of your document with data like this, then select all of it, go to format, go to format cells, then click on borders if your own is not clicked already. Choose any line of your choice, choose any color of your choice, then click on outline and inside. So you click on OK and you see the line will appear. So I'm just going to erase this line because it's looking odd. So clear. So alright, so the next thing is this color. So how did I include this color? Like I said before, you can include a color through this font color. So I just choose a particular color here and it changes this for me. Alright, so the next thing to achieve in this tutorial is simply to calculate total and average. Alright, so to calculate total and average, like I said before, the first thing you do when you want to do any calculation, when you want to include any formulas, is simply put equal sign. So I include my equal sign in that cell. Then what I do is I want to calculate from English to physics. What do I do? Now there are many ways you can calculate in Excel, but the one we are going to do in this tutorial is called cell formula. So cell formula is simply the use of each of the cell names to calculate. For example, this 67 here is at C3. So what I will do, I will type C3 in order to get the value there. Then I will say plus, I will type another one, D3, plus next one, E3, plus next one, F3. See, as I'm typing, it's selecting each of the cells. So if you make any mistake, I think you'll be able to correct it with this selection. The next one is G3. Then after I finish with my whole calculations, the next thing I'll do is to press my enter key or return in your keyboard. So you have your answer here. Now the good thing about Excel is that if you calculate using cell address formula, which is cell formula, if you change any of these value, for example, I change it to 30 and click enter, you see that the answer here automatically updates itself. And this will be C4 plus D4 plus E4 plus F4 plus G4. Press enter key, equals to C5 plus D5 plus E5 plus F5 plus G5. Press enter key. So I just finished calculating all. Alright, as you can see, the values are sweet. Wonderful. So the next thing we want to calculate is the average, and we know what an average is already. Average is simply total divided by the number of occurrences. So we have English, math, biology, economics, physics. The number of occurrences equals to 5, and then total. So how do we calculate that? So since the first total here is at H3, then we are just going to say equals to H3 divided by 5. Now the 5 is gotten from the number of subjects, which are English, math, biology, economics, physics, which is 5. So I'll just press my enter key and you see the average. So I will do the same for the next cell, which is going to be H3 or H4 divided by 5. Then the next one H5 divided by 5. So I just finished filling the whole cell. As you can see, these are the formulas there at the formula bar. This place is called formula bar. Look at this one here, you see the formula also. So I want you to try doing this for the second time. Do it, close it, do it again till you get familiar with it. If you have any question, drop it on my YouTube comment box and I will be very glad to answer you all. Don't forget, I'm Solomon and I'm your host today. Thank you for watching my tutorials. Your suggestions are welcome. Your ideas are welcome. Tell me how to improve. Thank you. And please don't forget to subscribe.